Welcome back to episode number 6 now of 15 random facts about the NHL. Today I actually have my buddy Thrash to come on and give us a couple of facts as well, so be sure to show him some love. His Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube will be linked down below in the description. If you're a fan of NHL video games, be sure to go check him out. And of course, if you guys are new to this channel and you want to see more NHL content like this, be sure to hit that subscribe button, and I'll hand it over to Thrash to start us off.
Hi everyone, Thrash here. Big shout out to OhNyquist for letting me come onto the channel here today. Big fan of his work. I love watching his videos, so super excited to be here. The first little fact I have for you here today is the first ever NHL goal was scored on December 19th, 1917. It was scored by Dave Ritchie of the Montreal Wanderers against the Toronto Arenas.
After signing Joe Thornton, the Toronto Maple Leafs now have 3 first overall picks on their roster: Joe Thornton, John Tavares, and Austin Matthews. The only other time in franchise history that this happened was back in the 1999-2000 season when the Maple Leafs roster featured the likes of Wendell Clark, Matt Sundin, and Brian Berard.
The Colorado Avalanche have never lost a series in the Stanley Cup Finals.
In the Stadium Series game between the Colorado Avalanche and the LA Kings back in February, Tyler Toffoli became the first player in NHL history to score a hat trick in an outdoor game, which is actually pretty surprising considering the fact there has been a total of 30 regular season outdoor games in league history, 12 Winter Classics, 11 Stadium Series, 5 Heritage Classics, 1 Centennial Classic, and 1 NHL 100 Classic.
The Chicago Blackhawks went undefeated in regulation in the NHL when Michael Roosevelt scored a goal in the game.
Every single player in NHL history that was born in Maryland has J as their first initial: Jeff, Jamie, and Jeremy.
Grant Fuhr holds the record for most points in an NHL season by a goalie, with 14. No other goalie has ever scored more than 9 points in a season.
Current member of the Washington Capitals, Lars Eller once scored a shorthanded goal while sitting on the bench back when he played for the Montreal Canadiens. To explain how this happened, he went to the bench after dumping the puck. Jason Garrison picked it up behind his net, made a pass attempt that hit Luongo's skates, and it went in the net. Although he was no longer on the ice, Lars Eller was credited with the shorthanded goal given the fact that he was the last Montreal Canadian to touch the puck before Jason Garrison put it in his own net.
Only 6 defensemen in the NHL's history have won the Norris Trophy while being a minus-rated player. They're Rod Langway, Pierre Pilote, Randy Carlyle, Rob Blake, Doug Harvey, and Nick Lidstrom.
Paul Kariya is the only player in NHL history who played 10 or more games to finish their career at exactly a point per game. 989 games played, 402 goals, 587 assists for 989 points.
The longest playoff game in NHL history was recorded in 1936 between the Detroit Red Wings and the Montreal Maroons in 6 overtimes. The Detroit Red Wings did win the game.
On January 7th, 2011, the Toronto Maple Leafs destroyed the Atlanta Thrashers 9-3. In that game, Maple Leafs defenseman Brett Lebda finished with a -3 rating. Again, in a 9-3 win, he finished as a -3. After reading that fact, I immediately went and looked for Steve Dangle's LFR for that game. Unfortunately, I couldn't find it. Nicklas Lidstrom played 20 seasons in the National Hockey League. He's never a guy who got into a lot or who took a lot of penalties, only having 515 career penalty minutes in 1,564 games. Lidstrom was definitely an extremely level-headed player, but it still kinda surprises me that he only had 1 roughing penalty in his entire NHL career. Back in April of 1979, against the Vancouver Canucks, the Winnipeg Jets scored 4 shorthanded goals in a single game, including 3 in less than 5 minutes. This is the most shorthanded goals by a team in a single game in NHL history. Scott Stevens is one of the hardest hitting players the NHL has ever seen, and a lot of times those hits were somewhat controversial. Surprisingly, for a guy who racked up 2,785 penalty minutes in his NHL career, only 4 of those penalty minutes were for elbowing. If you've never watched a Scott Stevens hit compilation, I strongly recommend you go do that. I'll even link one down below in the description, and then you'll realize why this is such a surprising fact. That is going to do it for episode number 6 of 15 random facts about the NHL. Huge thanks to Thrash for coming on and giving us a couple of facts. Like I said at the start of the video, his socials will be linked down below in the description. Especially if you're a fan of NHL 21, I strongly recommend you go and check him out. If you did enjoy today's video, please be sure to leave it a like. That is the best way to show your support. If you guys continue to show the love on this series, I'm definitely going to continue to do it every couple of weeks or so. And of course, if you guys are new to the channel and you want to see more NHL content like this, be sure to hit that subscribe button, and I will talk to you all in the next video.